Hello, class. Today we are going to have a lesson on DC Universe Classics Wave 11. See, 1, whoops. Shark. There he is. So I'll just give you a quick look at the figure. Kind of a quick 360 just to see what's going on here. It was before we get into the figure in more detail. But I do want to start with his head before we get into everything else. Because the head, it seems like they spent a lot of time doing the sculpt for. We can see the gills here on the side of his head. On the back it looks kind of wrinkled. Here on the eyes, if we look there, we can see even the wrinkles around his eyes, the little crow's feet there. Is that that's what they are? I don't know, I'd have to ask a woman or something who gets upset about those things. But anyways, we've got the wrinkles here along the eyes, and the teeth are particularly good. Why? Well, because each one, it's not just kind of one solid piece that they just drew little lines on. It looks like someone did sculpt the individual teeth, and they did do a decent paint job. It's not just pearly white. There's some silver in there and some black. It looks like you're going to need a tetanus shot and a rabies shot if you were to be bitten by this guy, which is kind of neat. Even on the top, we can see it's not just one solid color. We've got some extra color here for depth, and then we can see again the wrinkles on top of his head because he's scowling or looking really angry at something. Plus we've got the fin up here on top of his head, which I guess would make him more aquadynamic. I don't want to say aerodynamic. Does he fly? Whatever. It makes him travel through the water better, and that's important. Now, for the rest of the figure, if we go through it, start off with the coloring. It's purple. It's a shiny, light-colored purple. I don't know what kind of purple that is. I'm sure there is some special name for it, but it's shiny and it's light and it's almost the entire body. The only parts that are different are going to be the highlights that are, you know, the top of his shoulders here, his hands, this little fin, his little booties are a little darker purple. Little fins there. Lots of purple, plus, and it's mixed with orange. Now, I really only see the world in, you know, maybe 12 to 16 colors, but I know that you don't mix purple and orange, right? No answer. That's okay. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to. Now, in terms of articulation, it's going to be very similar to most DC Universe figures. So the arm, we can rotate all the way around and it can move up. The arm can rotate here at the bicep. We've got the one joint for the elbow, so we can move that back, forwards and backwards. And the hand is going to rotate at the wrist. For the torso, we can go forward a little bit and it has that joint so it can go backwards, which is nice. The waist, we can rotate all the way around. There we go. And the hips, we can push the leg forward. It does go back a little bit, but because of the sculpt, which seems to be standard, doesn't go back too far. And then the extra joint here, we can pop the leg out sideways. Now the thigh, we can rotate this around. We can bend the knee there. It's got the one joint, and the ankle will go forwards and backwards, even though I don't think too many ankles go maybe that far forwards. That's okay. Maybe it looks kind of broken. So again, kind of standard articulation for the figure. It does give you lots of possibilities for how you want to pose this figure. Now, I have to admit, I had no desire to have this figure at all. And the reason is this. While there's nothing really wrong with the figure besides the horrible colors, I mean seriously, there's nothing a lot that's right about it either. This whole figure just seems to lack character. Well, the head isn't bad. We went over that. There's just nothing special about the body at all. It's like they took your standard mold for a male DC figure, and they just added some fins. And even the fins, I don't know, seem to lack something compared to the amount of time they spent on the head. Maybe they spent so much time sculpting the head that they just slapped it on a body. And it's just unimpressive, I guess. It looks like something that you would see in, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, one of those trash bad guys you have to fight before you go fight Shredder or something. It's like somebody took a generic DCU figure and then put a Street Shark's head on it. I don't know. I just have no love for this thing at all. So, why would you buy this? I cannot give you a good reason for buying this figure. Really, I can't. However, the clever people at Mattel can. This would be it. It's Kilowog. Shark here comes with a piece of Kilowog. It's going to be his right leg, so this one over here. That's why you have to buy this. If you want to build Kilowog, you're gonna have to buy the shark. Ugh, get out of here. So we buy it for this leg, which is excellent. But enough of him. That is my reason for buying this. I didn't have to think of it. The nice people at Mattel thought of it for me. Now if I was going to give this figure a grade, I have to give it a grade of C-. Now why that? Well, I'll tell you why. Again, technically it's not a bad figure. It's got the kind of the standard construction. The head isn't too bad on it. But the problem with it is that there's not a whole lot exciting about it either. It is average. And the fact that you have to get it to get Kilowog, unless you want to search for it on eBay, but I don't know too many people who are going to buy this and then get rid of the Kilowog piece, like seriously. So pretty much you have to get Kilowog, and that just is kind of a slap in the face really, because I have no desire to own this figure otherwise. This I think may end up at the bottom of an aquarium, in the microwave, or perhaps ran over by a car, just to see what would happen. But at any rate, that is going to be my review on DCU Classics The Shart. That's right, I said that, because it's horrible. But if you want to build Kilowog, you're probably going to have to run out and get him. At any rate, thank you very much. Class is dismissed.